first word that meets us in MOOCs is massive. How many is massive? What do we mean by massive? Just the number of students? Or does this word also emphasize the diversity of MOOC participants, the design considerations for the presentation of content and activities in the course? Well, although all of these are correct, the latter is a more comprehensive definition. MOOCs are open online courses that are designed for a massive number of participants who may have diverse educational, cultural backgrounds and who attend the course for different needs and with diverse expectations, which means that they participate in MOOCs with different motivations. While some participate in MOOCs for professional benefit like upskilling themselves, getting promotions, or even prepare for new career opportunities, some seek for educational benefit like supporting their ongoing education, enrolling in the MOOC as a part of their former education. Both of these are extrinsically motivated. On the other hand, there is also a group of learners who participate in MOOCs for personal benefit, that is, for the sake of learning itself. They enroll in specific MOOCs because they are interested in the subject. This group is intrinsically motivated. Shortly, we cannot talk about a homogeneous population in MOOCs, so how is that possible to engage and motivate such a diverse population? We can perhaps deal with this problem first by having a realistic picture of MOOC participants. Although there have been many classifications of MOOC participants, Hill's classification seems to be a very practical one. Hill classifies MOOCs participants in 4 large categories. The first group of MOOC participants are called Lurkers. These are the ones who enroll in a MOOC, overview the content quickly, and do not really engage in the activities. Some even just enroll and do not go beyond viewing a part of a video. Passive participants are the ones who are passive recipients of information and who consume the content by watching the videos, reading materials, taking the quizzes. However, this group usually does not socialize, involve in discussions, or other collaborative activities. Active participants, on the other hand, not only consume the content, but they're also actively involved in the activities like submitted assignment, peer evaluation, activities in social network sites like Twitter and Facebook, etc. And the last group is drop-ins. The drop-ins are the learners who actively engage in the parts of the course which they have interest in. They do not intend to complete the course, but are actively engaged in the parts where they are truly interested. These roughly identified groups are dynamic. The same student may behave differently across different MOOCs, or she or he may demonstrate changes in behavior in time within the same MOOC. No matter how well you design your course, there still may be participants who are lurkers or passive participants, but there are still ways to increase the motivation of diverse learners to complete the course. Now let's have a look at these strategies. As we have noted, we can say that while some learners seek for social interactions to make the most of their learning experience in MOOCs, some others seek for more flexible, self-paced options. This is perhaps one of the most important points to consider in increasing the motivation of diverse learners to complete the MOOC. Designing an adaptive MOOC, which is responsive to both scenarios, is the first step to take. While preparing the instructional design of the MOOC, design the content in such a way that a learner who doesn't want to engage in social interactions can still learn from the content you provide and several assessment strategies you offer. What does this mean? The content should be presented in such a way that the participants can acquire information, test himself or herself for checking understanding. This can be done with automated feedback that is provided in interactive content or as forms of feedback for automated assignments. Especially the passive learners can benefit from such scenarios. Nevertheless, this alone will not satisfy the active participants and drop-ins who seek for social interactions. To motivate this group, you can add optional discussions to provide chances for interaction, add peer evaluation assignments, and even use social networks. The point is to present multiple scenarios to complete the MOOC. Another technique to be used is using encouragement techniques. These encouragements can be in the form of motivational messages upon completing certain segments of the course, automated messages upon submitted assignments. There can even be a rewarding system such as incorporating elements of gamification like tasks to be completed, badges to be achieved upon achievements, and levels to complete. To gamify the MOOC, you need to set clear goals for each module. You can increase the difficulty level with each module, create a clear grading system for both individual tasks and peer evaluation. You can even introduce challenges outside the MOOC platform, enable learners to share their status or course completion on social networking sites. If you have certain course start end times, you can use online quiz tools. You can create online quizzes by using platforms like Quizlet, Quizzes, Kahoot, where students can answer questions at their own times and see how they are doing among a group of learners. Though these platforms are mostly used in synchronous learning environments, they also allow for playing asynchronously. Still, you may realize that no matter how flexible you design the course and incorporate motivational elements, there are learners who constantly disconnect and therefore drop out. There are studies that demonstrate that many learners who are not motivated to complete the MOOCs they enroll in lack self-regulation skills. These learners may not be able to make a systematic study plan and monitor their progress. To motivate and support such learners, you may provide regular notifications on the upcoming assignments, steps to follow, or even updates on their progress. These regular reminders that can be automated on most MOOC platforms and can help learners stay on track and be motivated for the upcoming steps. As we have shortly outlined, addressing a diverse population in MOOCs and keeping them motivated is one of the most challenging tasks in designing MOOCs. Considering that there are different learners with different expectations and preferences for learning, when we design MOOCs, we need to ensure that each part of our course is motivating, engaging, and provides a rich learning experience.